My job is to maintain the peace. And if you're going to, sir, if you're going to continue to be a problem in my goal of maintaining the peace, then I'm going to tell you.
If they get vaccinated, with number one, they're not FDA approved, and number two,
I'm asking you to walk outside.
For
what reason? I'm asking you to walk outside because I just asked you, sir.
For what
Please walk outside.
Good. Come on with me.
Yes, sir. We can go all the way out to the parking lot.
For what reason?
We can go. We'll go talk out here.
Yeah,
for your
will.
actions,
For
and the
reason?
board people asked me to ask you to leave. It's time for you to leave, sir.
They don't like what I'm saying. Hey, listen, that's my house, brother.
Okay. Have a good night, sir. Have a good night, sir.
It's okay. We're going to play this game.
Okay. I'm just doing what they're asking me to do.
Look, I like you guys.
Hey, sir,
I like you guys.
Look, it's nothing personal, sir.
No,
look,
no, I get it.
Look, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal.
I'm upset because
look,
I
I
know about
understand
what's going on.
I understand you're upset, but do it a different way. Do it a different
Listen,
way.
Nuremberg law is real. It's coming. And it's
Personally,
coming because I'm bringing it.
Look,
I'm bringing it.
So what's your first name, sir?
My name's Bill.
John.
Okay, how you doing, John?
Look,
listen,
there are ways to do it. There are ways to. I understand
listen,
emotions and this and that. Go over there to make sure they're all right. Go over there. I got it.
It's okay, John.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Drive safe.
Really, it is. Hey, guys, listen. Appreciate everything you guys do.
Drive safe. Drive safe. Yes, sir.
the public, we the people, servants of the public, servants of the public, you guys can leave. And she can leave. This is our room.
Why don't you tell the public why you're clearing the room? Nobody commented.
There was comment.
It was quiet.
I'm going to have to disagree. There were about 10 people that commented as she left.
It's all on video.
You can't muzzle us. First Amendment. And the freedom of speech.
Our taxes tell us we can be here.
We have a right to be here.
You guys can be
You guys should
replaced.
stay.
Real estate.
You should tell her to leave.
Why are you even elected? You were school board attorney.
For their safety, I agree. So, Deputy Trini, escort the staff up here, please.
Cowards.
This is ridiculous.
Is everyone in the back, John?
Everybody.
John, everyone back there. Guys, for your safety, I need you guys to stand up and walk to the back, please. Who's ever school board, school employee. Yes, ma'am. I don't know. This is my first school board meeting. Sir, are you a school board employee?
I was very excited when I came to the school board meeting tonight to see a room full of citizens.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm backing up here. People start yelling. But you have to do it with decorum. You have to do it with decorum. You were given many warnings.
They're not worth it. They're not worth our effort.
Excuse me. I understand your passion. I get it. I'm up here trying to fight battles for you, but you have to follow decorum. If you don't, there's consequences. That's what we teach our children.
Consequences is the school board gets thrown out. Why didn't you have that passion for the kid that was locked up?
Quiet down and listen.
What about the child that was locked up today? Why did you have that passion? Let's lock up some more children. That'd be a good idea.
Policeman to leave. I can't speak because you won't let me speak. I'm trying to help you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen to the big guy. Listen to the big clown.
I don't feel unsafe out here, and we don't want to argue. We want to hear what you have to say. I don't have the list, so if anyone who is on the list who hasn't spoken yet could line up in the center and everyone else resume, sit down. I would like to hear what you have to say. Please don't clap. I want to make sure I want you not to be, we understand the passion. We understand that we're clapping with you, whether people are clapping with you or not. We are understanding. We're here doing this job because we love your parents, your children. You are your parents, and we need to know the difference. So, please introduce yourself. It may not be recorded, but I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Thank you.
All right, for what it's worth, we open this meeting with the pledge, and the pledge does say one nation under God. And in the Bible, God says man's days are determined. A petition went out late last night, very late, because word got out that an elected board member wanted to kind of get support to get the children masked. So a petition went out to not mask the children. Actually, the petition went out to support the governor's executive order 21-175. And in that, we urge each and every one of the school board members and employees to be in compliance with this order, and ask that anyone that goes against any item within the order to be reprimanded, removed, or terminated immediately for insubordination and posing an adverse threat to the safety of our children. In his executive order, the governor did cite a scientific basis for support of the things that he listed in his order. When it comes to vaccines, my mom was vaccinated. I made the choice to get her vaccinated. My mom had dementia. She was not in her right mind, but I knew that she would have chosen to get the vaccine had she been in her right mind. So I did go ahead and do that. I did not want to do it. But if something, God forbid, had happened to her because she didn't have the vaccine, I would have felt guilty. Well, subsequently, she got the vaccine and she passed away. Thankfully, I was able to get her the last 6 days of her life, but she was just not there. She was already in the dying process.
I'm sorry, this meeting is in recess until the room is clear.
I would not tell anybody to get the vaccine or not to get the vaccine, because that's your personal choice. If something happens because you didn't get it, that's on you, and if something happened because you got it, again, it's your choice. As far as the mask, my sister was a registered nurse. She believed the science at the beginning. She wore masks everywhere and sanitized and cleaned every time. She still caught COVID. Her husband, who never, or probably didn't wear a mask behind her back, never caught the COVID, even though they stayed in the same house. So the last thing I would like to touch base on is the LGBTQ
The meeting has been adjourned by the
stuff.
chair.
I just feel it's an unnecessary distraction.
Sir?
We're just going to continue.
Okay, no, it's time to leave, sir.
And it's the school's job to educate the children with the
Meeting has been
basics.
adjourned. I'm
It
gonna
also
ask
puts a
everybody to
target on the
please
child's
leave.
back, knowing that they're gay.
I'm sorry to interject. I'm sorry.
This is
Chair
our.
adjourned the meeting. He's asked everybody to leave, please.
We would like to
The meeting is
listen to
over. Okay, you guys go talk about this in the parking lot. It's fine.
But you guys made an
I
oath
just-
to uphold the Constitution.
The chair requests.
The Constitution says we have a right to speak.
I understand that, ma'am.
Public comment is.
Adjourn the meeting.
This is wrong. 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 The you guys should quit your job. You're not upholding our constitutional rights. You guys should be after them. Not us.
Asking everybody to please leave the building.
Whose building is this?
I'm asking everybody
Whose
to
building?
please leave the building.
So reconvene outside.
I'm giving you a lawful order to please leave the building.
Is this a public meeting?
The meeting is over. It's been adjourned, sir.
It's not over. There were
No,
speakers.
the chair adjourned.
People who have something to say.
The chair and he adjourned.
That's the rule.
They'll be rescheduled to speak.
Are they having a private meeting?
They will
against
be
sunshine?
rescheduled to speak. Thank you. Thank you. Ma'am, you dropped something. Thank you.
You know, this is what it's boiling down to. When you have the magistrates like you guys,
The meeting is
there's
adjourned,
laws.
sir.
Hey, why aren't you so passionate about the kids?
You finally show up and you kick us out. It's not right.
I know nothing about
You guys know that there's going to come a point
You
we
know
got to
the
make a
courage it
decision.
took us to speak tonight. They won't even listen to us.
Listen,
It's time.
It's
Mother
not
said tonight
right.
that her
not
kid
our
was
decision.
kidnapped and kept in corner.
the school board,
What investigate that?
the school board adjourned
You
the
need to
meeting.
investigate that.
Standing with the people.
The meeting is adjourned.
I get it, but there's a school board lady right there listening to us. You saw it.
The
You saw it.
chair canceled the meeting. The meeting is
I
ended.
understand that.
Okay,
But there's a
so
school board
the
lady
meeting
right
is
there
over.
saying that we could.
Look, the
And
meeting
it's
is over.
our
And
taxes,
he asked
our
me,
house.
I understand,
I know
he
that,
asked
brother.
me to
Listen,
clear the room because the
it's
meeting is
nothing-
over.
it's
I'm just trying to understand the legalese of it. He's the chairman, I get that. But we have a school board lady right there. It's a school board meeting.
Mr. Tucker is the chair in charge.
He's a coward.
No, I understand that, but does he own the building?
I don't know who owns Flagler County School Board.
We
Well,
own
that's
the
what I'm
building.
saying. If we own the building and she's a school board member and she's saying
I'm
we
going to
could
ask
speak.
everybody once again to please leave.
I'm asking you
You're
guys
the
to
law, though. I'm
No, sir.
asking you about the law.
We're here
How
for-
is it that you're telling a whole board, a whole room of people to leave a school board meeting when we have a
The
school?
meening is over. The
No, I
meeting is
understand.
over.
I understand that.
Okay, so when a meeting is over, it's time to leave.
No, they thought it was over.
Unjustly.
She
The
said,
meeting is over.
Why?
Meeting's not over.
Yes, the meeting.
All right, listen, the meeting's over. Please leave.
just because you get louder about it, come on, man.
Come on.
Chair would
Just
have to
You're not
because.
following protocol.
doesn't want
You
us
can't
to
make up
sit
rules
here.
as you go.
It's shameful on you.
You know?
It's time to leave, please.
It's not right. It's not
And you know
right.
it's just going to keep escalating. So how long are you going to stand there and stay on that side?
It's time to leave, please.
The meeting is over. You guys have nobody else here to protect.
Time to leave. When it all goes down, you're on the board.
Call 24 Flagler. Have additional units respond, please.
I have 4 more en route.
Thank you.
Y'all made a choice tonight. You all made a choice.
Thank you, everyone.
Will Pierre get this right?
Where's Pierre? He's usually here.
Where's Pierre?
Where's Flagler Live? Where is he? He can say how crazy we all are. He wouldn't even listen to us. Come on, you.
They're slowly.
That attorney needs to be fired.
Shame on you.
Shame on that attorney right
Wait till
there.
we pull out all our kids. You'll have no
It's
fun.
people like her that ruin his life.
And throw out this school board.
Yeah, we should. Except for two.
Let's get rid of them. Let them go.
This is time to leave, please.
People are not with Americans.
Thank
They
you.
don't support the Constitution.
Thank you.
Nor the freedom of speech. They're on the wrong side. So when everything, our government becomes tyrannical, these guys will stand with the government on
Time
tyranny.
to leave, please. I'm
They
going to
are
ask you
cowards.
guys
They're
one more
not
time.
holding the Constitution. No, sir. I
I'll
will
escort
speak.
you out if you like.
Yes, sir.
You plow through everybody as they're standing there. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Go ahead, my brother.
Oh, I'm making it, Bubba. I got a bad foot.
Yes, sir, I got you, my man. I got a bum knee too, man.
Yes,
Here you go, sir.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you, sir. I got a bad foot, so I'm kind of slow. You know?
He does.
Yes, sir.
Take your time. There you go.
Yes, sir. As long as I'm not gonna be carried.
You're fine, sir.
Fire the school board.
That's right.
Fire the school board!
Say whatever you want.
They're nothing but security. This is my right.
Who's here to protect nobody because they've already left?
You're not protecting, they bailed.
Thank you. Guys, get them out of the building.
And I don't know if it's 4 days meeting or.
So when will there be something posted of when the meeting will resume?
I have no idea,
I
my
don't
brother.
know. I can find out.
Could you before I leave tonight? That way I can make sure I
Yes,
make
sir.
arrangements.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was.
Because if we all walk out and they start the meeting again,
That's not, yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Right.
they're supposed to post it and let everyone know. I completely understand.
I do kind of want to see it. I don't know, but I don't know if it's.
Can I walk up there and speak to Mr.
I would not,
Tucker?
sir. They evacuated to the back for their safety, and
For their safety.
Their
safety.
Are you serious?
listen,
I respect your
you know what I'm
job.
saying? I'm just
I know
here
what
for
you're-
security. That's what they implemented, and that's what we're doing.
Well, we don't impose any threat.
No, I'm not saying that anyone. I'm not saying anyone is, man.
Aren't you here to?
I'm here
keep
to.
us?
I'm here to enforce security for both you guys and them.
But there is
That's what I'm here for.
It's
I-
insecure. What if we ask you to escort them out? Will you be able to do that?
I know, man. I mean, like, I don't know what's
You're
the.
here for both sides.
Yeah.
If I don't feel safe with them, I'm not gonna ask you to escort them.
Yes, ma'am. Well, if you do not feel safe, I can escort you out as well, ma'am.
What? Then escort them if they don't feel safe.
They escorted themselves to the back of the building.
Our meetings are public. They are not private meetings. They're going to resume as we're done. They're not private meetings. They're holding private meetings. Yes, as soon as we're all out of here, they're going to resume their meeting and call them in one by one. No. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. No.
Just sit back and just let whatever happen after that.
They want to, you just said they're going to resume.
That's what we're doing.
You got a few people straggling.
Yep.
So is the board meeting over?
It's adjourned at this time.
So should we clear the building?
I don't. No.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to know that. Like,
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
I know you're in a tough
I know,
spot.
I know everyone's emotions
I
are high.
appreciate
It's a very sensitive situation. I'm sorry. It's
Is
just
my husband in trouble?
no, ma'am. Not one bit. We'll go talk outside. I promise you, he's not in any trouble. Okay. They asked him to leave, and that's what we did. We just escorted him right here, and then he went. I mean, he's not in any trouble with us. There's no criminal act committed or nothing. So, yes, ma'am.
This is America. It's not a communist country.
I don't know what to do.
Close the doors. Excuse me. Find out what's going on.
Close the doors for
Now
what?
we've
No, no, no,
complied.
no, no. Don't touch me, please. Don't put your hands on me.
We have complied.
I understand.
Now,
They
asked us to leave the room
I understand that.
to get a clarification.
That's all. They want to. They want to close the door. But listen, it's all on recording too. Okay. I mean, I don't know what. Listen, I have no idea how this goes, man. I don't know.
I respect each and every one of you guys. And I feel
wish
bad for y'all that
I wish I could. I wish I was educated in this because I'd be willing to.
It's time to get educated. Your country's going to shit.
I'm not
You're gonna have
educated
to
in
make a stand.
school board
I think
meetings.
you should stay home when you're terrified of living. Stay home. Stay home.
Yes, sir. You guys just do me a favor, just back up a little bit, please. Please.
No, you still
We've complied. Listen, I'm asking politely. Can everyone back up a little bit? I am asking you politely. Please back up. Please.
No one's coming in.
Please back up. Ma'am, please back up. Please back up. Please back up. Thank you.
Who are these two right here? Who are these two?
So I spoke with our legal counsel, and we're running into conflicting issues about our ability to restrict people's access to a public meeting. So the request is that we allow the meeting to resume as normal with an additional law enforcement presence, and that if anybody gets out of line, is disruptive to the meeting, we'll remove them.
Just for a conversation.
We have just started the regular meeting, so public comment has been closed if they want to, so they may.
Here's my problem is
No, I'm fine with allowing them to come in because they can't make comments. If anybody disrupts the meeting, we'll just run by one have them removed.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Will you make that clear to them?
Yes.
In our workshop, there was commentary about some transportation.
All right. Can I get everyone's attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen. All right. So here's what we're going to ask. We're going to allow everyone to go back into the room. Public comment is currently closed. The meeting is going to resume. There will be public comment at the end, just like there always is. The meeting must remain orderly, okay? Everybody has to keep their decorum. Anybody who disrupts the meeting is going to be asked to leave. If they do not leave, they will be arrested for trespass, okay? Your right to access the meeting is not the same as your right to disrupt the meeting, okay? So our request is that you go in, behave civilly, do your best to express your views without being disruptive, and work with us to work with you so that everybody can go home, nice and quiet tonight. Okay?
20 minutes ago, though.
Listen,
Hey, better late than never.
there's a process,
Better
okay?
late than never.
All right.
There's a
Thank you
constitution.
for going through that.
Okay, thank you for
Appreciate it.
explaining. Okay.
I know where you stand.
So now, if y'all are interested in signing up for the second public comment, the iPads are here for y'all to make that.
School board about the arose of wearing masks, and the school board can't take it.
Okay.
Nobody has threatened anybody.
That's fine.
That's okay. We're not saying there is any violence.
This is embarrassing.
Ma'am.
Every cop
Ma'am.
in Flagler County says.
There are probably 200 people here. There are 6 cops.
But I don't
there are
care.
6.
We're not violent.
But
Nobody's. I'm
understand,
telling
if people
you.
start getting
Nobody's
frustrated,
gonna get. Nobody's
that's
gonna
not the way that it came
Look,
over
look
here,
at me.
you know?
I'm a professional woman.
I understand.
I'm an old woman.
What's that?
Nobody is getting.
I
I'm
understand
telling you. Nobody. I'm getting frustrated because of the way the board is
board's
acting.
handling it.
They are just a bunch of.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say it. They're a bunch of pussies.
Nobody's doing anything.
They don't want to hear the truth.
Oh, I'm not saying
Okay.
That we have
I just want you to
freedom.
understand
I
that
got you.
our
But this-
response
But don't
has
you
to
think
be.
this is a little overkill?
Well, I don't know what we have. I just got here.
You have nothing. I
It-
promise you.
it
They want
doesn't-
you. They want you to carry people out. Maybe. I mean, there's nobody in there with any ammunition. We're just a bunch of people that care about the Constitution, and we care about our children and our grandchildren, and we do not want them to be told they have to wear masks.
I'm just getting here. Okay. So
That's all
I
it is.
don't know what's
And-
going on.
and-
And just understand that the reason we're all here is that
everyone's
if several hundred people start getting
I get that.
unruly,
I get that.
the 6 of us that are here aren't
You
going to be
could-
able to
I
handle
know.
it.
I get that.
So
But-
if everybody got mad at the same
And you know
time,
what?
there aren't enough people here
And
to
you know
handle
what?
it right now.
I would be grateful if I thought that anybody here had ammunition or anything. But most of us are old people like me. Most of us only care to have our freedom of speech, have people hear us. That's all it is.
Okay.
And they can't deal with it. They can't deal with it. They don't need to be on the board.
Well,
None
we'll
of
go
them
see
do.
what's going on, and
None of them.
we'll,
They need to be
we'll
all
do our
voted
best
on.
to keep everybody calm and
I'll tell you what's not going on is First Amendment.
do what?
I
I literally don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out. I know they're trying to keep the peace, and they're trying. I guess was there an uproar of everyone talking?
No, the school board is the one that broke the peace.
Okay.
That's the problem, and that's why we're all constitutionalists. I swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, and you guys did too. I know the county guys did. I know the city guys did, but there's going to come a point where you guys are going to have to make that choice.
Well,
You're gonna stand with the
I know they're trying to let everybody in there talk and give their say, but yeah, one at a time.
But that's against Sunshine Law. Sunshine Law says that we have the right to record every public meeting.
Right, I don't know. Like I'm just here because there's a disturbance, and I try to ask those guys.
You guys should know that.
If they want to cancel it and end it, then they can cancel it. But I have no idea what's going on, and I try to ask those guys, and I don't know. So
I'm sorry, man. But
I'm just here trying to keep the peace, and everyone's yelling.
there was peace. There was peace. That's the thing. The people that didn't keep it are the ones up on the podium.
And I asked the school board, and they couldn't tell me.
The lawyer. Yeah.
So
Because somebody complained.
so
Wow. You know what, sir? You got children?
yes.
If your kid was quarantined like that child today, we'd be here.
For you.
That's the
I
only
know,
reason
we
we're here
backed
tonight.
Blue, and we're the ones who
That's the only reason we're here is to back that child.
I don't.
You should open the door for us and let us go in.
I don't know what's going on.
You need to find out.
So I tried. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here to keep the peace. So
Well, we're
everybody,
peaceful people.
but with your yelling and everybody else yelling, it's not.
You go to football games?
But that's a stadium.
But that's
This is here inside a building. No one can't hear 50,000 people yell.
Voices are peaceful. That we have not been violent by any means.
Well, I
So,
tried to ask what's going on, and I didn't get an answer either. So I'm just trying to keep the peace. We don't want people all yell.
Man, there comes a time when you try to keep the peace,
Oh, God.
there ain't going to be any peace, okay? This is not how you keep the peace. You keep the peace by opening doors.
this is going to be bad because
I wasn't here. I came late.
on the SN.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
we
late.
appreciate your job, man. We're the guys that we got your back.
Well, I asked them.
We're not BLM. We're not
They can't on
NCP.
one hand say that we support the First Amendment and then try to clear the room after a bunch of children because we're exercising our First Amendment right. That's when the chaos started.
But then,
when they tried to clear the room.
but then everybody should do a formal complaint to. Was this the school board?
Yes.
It shows how much I'm into this. You have a formal complaint to the school board, to the county school board. So if this is what's going on, here's the administration, the school board administration right here. Everybody should be over here the next morning saying, this is what we got, this is what's got to happen, this is not right. And there's got to be, like, the superintendent has to be, who's in charge of all this? Isn't it the superintendent?
No, we are.
Well, no. I know you guys think it's the people, but there's somebody that's going to say, hey, this is what we got, So that's where your complaint is. The complaint is not sitting here and shout at us and everybody else. It's got to be the school board administrators over here to say, hey, this is not done right.
I'm going to give you a megaphone and sit you right up there, okay?
But now they're mad.
I don't need a megaphone from New York.
You know what I'm saying? Now they're mad though.
Well, exactly, but
Right.
it doesn't help for everybody to be shouting at all of us when we're trying to say, we don't know what's going on.
Well, what's making it worse is, once again, y'all are facing the wrong direction. We're the good guys. You're good. I'm not talking about you.
Vote by the law enforcement.
We're peaceful. Nothing physical going on.
No one's in handcuffs, right?
Not yet.
So far, so good.
But it doesn't help to have 50 people all shouting at one time. And I think what they're trying to do, was there an outbreak at the end?
No, the outbreak.
We didn't want to leave because there was no reason. I mean,
The attorney got up and said, clear the room, everybody out. That's what started it.
But then is there a reason why? I don't understand.
Oh no, someone left.
No.
Someone said what they needed to say, and then he left.
the rule was you're not supposed to clap or make any noise when people talk. Consistently, though, there were claps.
Okay.
And there were claps. And he said, you do it again, we're gonna clear the room. He said that a couple times. All right.
And then everybody calmed down.
And everybody calmed down. And then the lady got up and explained about not throwing everybody out because they broke the rule. And as soon as she said that, she was from the Department of Health. As soon as she said that, the lawyer said, I'm clearing it.
The Department of Health, and you guys.
Okay.
Quiet, and that's why
Okay,
everybody
so let me get this. Let me look at this point of view. So every time somebody said something, people did the little claps. Okay, so the board started getting pissed off. So I'm getting this now. So finally, the board got to the point when the lady from Department of Health stood up and said something and said, "You're not following the rules." So the board said, "Fine, forget it. We'll just clear the room."
The board did, just the lawyer.
Okay, so the lawyer said, "Clear the room." Okay, and then people did not want to leave. Am I right or wrong?
That's true.
Okay, so now that's where we're at. So if everybody would walk out, and then they would probably, at that point, if everybody would have walked out, and they would have readdressed everybody and said, if you guys can behave and not clap, we'll bring everybody back in here. But
But all the board didn't leave. There was a couple that stayed, they wanted to hear.
But the problem is right now, they don't want all the clapping when people talk and say their point. So now they're just bringing one at a time so everybody can do their piece. And that's what they're trying to kill is the clapping now.
Exactly.
So I understand now why they have everyone clearing the room, but everyone's pissed
But
because
everybody wasn't clapping when they cleared the
but you could took that few minority that destroyed it for everybody else. So you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I understand, but it's just, it was aggravating that the one lady got up.
There wasn't anything happening at that moment.
There was nothing happening. Everybody was down.
Okay. I got it now, but I understand what the board's coming through. I know why you guys are pissed off, but if a lot of people didn't say anything, or let's say there's 30 people and you have that 5 that say something, it pisses off the board, and then they're saying, well, we'll just take one person at a time because we don't want everybody to come back in and clapping. I understand, I get that. So you guys are still being heard, but it's just not, I mean, if they put that on the camera right there, that would probably suffice all you guys.
Some of us, but not all of them.
I think some people just out here just want to stir the pot.
The trouble is, they set themselves up to get their asses handed to them at every single board meeting in the future. That's what they just did.
I'm here just to make sure everybody plays nice. So,
Well, the one that said we need to play by the same rules, she's going to eat those words.
I wasn't here for that. I came in late.
She's going to eat those words.
Do you know who she was?
Board of Health.
So you got it. Whoever's in charge of Board of Health, you might want to make a complaint to the Board of Health.
Well, the problem is the law should be enforced at the point of contact, and it's being enforced discriminatorily now because they just let 2 people in when only one person's name was called.
I think they're together.
I understand that. But
I mean, I think they should put it up on that screen.
Those guys, they let the reporter in, who's a left-wing reporter. It's called Flagler Lives, and they're a communist rag. They let them in, no problem.
Where am I at right now?
I understand. You understand the resentment.
I've already went up there and tried and talk and see what's going on, and I got just as much information as you did.
But we're the back the blue guys, and you guys are making us turn. I'm not turning against you.
I understand they're letting one at a time so that you don't get the clapping again, and that's what they don't want to hear.
I get that, but people should clap because it's only after the spoken word. Nobody interrupted.
Public. There will be public comment at the end. So what started the disagreement tonight?
Oh yeah. Okay. So initially they said no one clapped. And they said, well, we're not disrupting it because we're doing it after people are speaking.
Right.
But okay. So then everyone stopped clapping. Then and I don't know if you know about this. So I'm a biomedical engineer.
Okay.
This COVID thing is a giant hoax. It is a bad cold, yes, and some people are susceptible to it. But all of the CDC things that they're trying to enforce on people don't work. They're irrelevant. A virus is 0.08 microns in size. A mask, if you buy a respirator, is 0.3 microns in filtration. So that's bogus. It's no different than if you cover your mouth when you cough and sneeze, like everyone should do anyway.
Right.
Okay. So the Department of Health official, after everything was fine, people stopped clapping, and they were doing this instead of clapping. A Department of Health official went up there and talked to the lawyer, and then the lawyer said, "We're going to clear this out," and then that's what started the whole
disagreement.
thing.
She gave a public comment and said that she was mad that people
we
were disrupting and weren't already removed.
Yeah.
The lawyer
said
said that?
The health official.
The health official said
Oh,
that. And so as soon as she got done with her public comment, the lawyer said, okay, everybody out. But everybody had already calmed down. We're all behaving.
Yeah, being good little boys.
And that's when everybody stood up and was like,
We're not going to do that,
Okay. Well, we appreciate you guys being a little patient with us. I know you know, it was frustrating there for a while, but we've got a request from the school board, and we want to try to make sure we get it right. We don't know the whole story either, so.
And it was yelling.
Right. So there's a lot going on, and we want to try to make sure we get it right and do the research and get the right answers, so.
And you guys did the right thing.
Seriously.
At the end of the day, you did. I appreciate that.
Like I said,
Sure, her
it
family does as well.
takes a few minutes to make sure we have all the facts and make sure we're making the right decisions, but I appreciate the patience. I know it got a little heated there for a little bit, but it was.
Absolutely. We stand with you.
Thank you, sir.
Seriously.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
The headlines make anybody who's anti-mask, anti-COVID, who's a
I'm not
patriot, they're
anti-mask,
making us
I'm
all out to
I
be
believe in
terrorists.
us for certain things.
That man
Yeah,
is-
believe in
is
certain
droplets.
vaccines too, but not for COVID.
It's not a
Who did?
vaccine.
Yeah, that's not
Flagler
a
Beach.
vaccine.
Right.
Right.
Tristan,
Uh-huh.
he's been lying about my family in the news for
Oh, really?
his blog.
That's what this whole thing
He
is.
can't come in 20 feet of me.
Her son was the
I
one
put a
that was
restraining order against
sequestered
him.
at Indian Trails Middle School.
It's a political.
That's why
Okay.
we're all here. That's
Okay.
why we're all here today.
Okay. And that had to do with the mask issue, is that right? I don't know.
It was, they said he may have been exposed to someone who may have COVID, and that's against DeSantis's order because they have to tell me if the person tested positive for COVID, and they have to tell me when my
Okay.
kid was exposed, and they refused to do that. Bob Snyder's office will not contact me back. I received an elusive phone call Sunday. My husband said this is a scam. This person doesn't even know that our kid's a boy.
Right.
Like, stuff's weird here, and he told them to send us it to us in writing, and we'll take it up with school from there, you know, and they never did. Nobody did anything, so I sent my son to school, and they isolated my kid after letting him be in class, almost the entire class of civics.
Gotcha.
They pull him out, and then they put him in this room, and, you know, they told me, basically, the health department told me the only way that my son can go back to school right now is if he either provides proof that he's vaccinated, which I told them that we have religious exemption, or if he, you know, goes and gets vaccinated. That's it.
Gotcha.
This is why
Otherwise,
everybody is
we
here
will be out for 8 days.
It was a politically motivated attack. Her husband is the chairman of the Republican Liberty Caucus.
Your
These
husband is?
people know that.
Okay.
This is
And I'm a
the way
state board
bureaucrats get revenge, is they use laws and ordinances and tyranny from underlings. And that's what they did with this one.
Well, we appreciate your patience. Like I said, I know it got hairy there for a little bit, but, you know, 80 or 100 some odd people in here with very strong opinions and emotions, and we just need that couple minutes to make sure we talk to everybody involved, make sure that we're trying to, you know, make the right call. And
It makes sense.
so, again, thank you. I hope that you guys get the resolution you're looking for. And
What is your rank there?
I'm a commander.
Commander.
I was trying to read that without
I
getting
just
all in
hope
your
that
face.
this happen. All I want is the school board to just take back their authority from the health department and not have such obscurity behind this list, because they won't tell me who makes the list, what is about the list, and there's school board members out there today, like 3 of them that told me that they're getting, the health department is monetized by how many people they phone call on this list.
Okay.
And so they're making money off of putting names on this list. They won't tell me whether or not the person that my son was supposedly in contact with actually had COVID. And that's in direct violation of Ron DeSantis's and the Surgeon General's mandate that they put out. So
But all this
And the
serves,
Department of Education.
all of this serves to make DeSantis look bad.
So
That's
the-
what all of this is about.
The numbers in the hospitals are lies too. So yes, ICUs are almost always full anyway, okay? So yes, there are some people that are coming in, but I was approached by the security officer at a hospital in Jacksonville. I work at several hospitals, I work around the country. And he came up to me and said, hey Jamie, I know you're into politics. He said, because I've talked to him about it before. And he said, I want to tell you something. 100% of the ICU right now is COVID positive. And I was like, really? Well, that's pretty amazing. And he goes, yeah, but here's the dirty secret. They're here for heart disease, trauma, and they're here for late-stage cancer treatment, kidney stones, and they're all being listed as COVID patients. I said, wow, that's pretty amazing.
$14,000, I think it is.
It's a $15,000 code. I don't know if you guys know what RVUs are in hospitals, but that's the reimbursement that a hospital
When you
gets.
die, it's
It
35.
all comes from, it's called the CARES Act. It all comes from this. So for admitting a patient and listing them as a COVID patient, they get a $15,000 reimbursement from the taxpayers.
Gotcha.
Okay?
And
They
Flagler
get-
County just recently got tagged for over-reporting the COVID cases by
Back in half,
10,000
yes.
cases.
And if they die?
Okay, so it gets worse.
Yeah.
So if they're admitted to the ICU, it's quadruple that. If they die of COVID is a $30,000 RVU.
Wow.
So they're incentivized to not to lie and to not take care of people.
Yes.
So, and the thing is, their protocols don't take care of people. When they put people on a ventilator, they put it on full, and you don't do that. Running a ventilator is an art. Okay, it's different for every patient. You can't use the same protocol for everyone, or people that have different lung capacities are going to die, and it's happening. So that's why people are so mad.
Sure.
We're
Well,
the law-abiding guys. We're
it's
not the ones
definitely,
that are-
a nationwide conversation. You'd have to have your head in the sand and not be somewhat familiar with it. I obviously don't know as much as you guys seem to know about it, but our intention is to make sure that you guys are able to express your views, but we also protect the safety and civility of the meeting. Well, and again, when we get here, we
At the end of the day, I
we
appreciate
don't
what you
really
did.
know.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
welcome.
you guys did differently than what other police departments have done. So other police departments around the city have just faced off against patriots and thrown them in jail.
Well, that's not what we wanted to do. That's never a preferred result for us or for our sheriff. I mean, we want to get it right. We want to give people access to the rights that they're entitled to. We just want things to be calm, safe, civil.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, so, again, we appreciate that couple minutes of just, as tense as it may have been, giving us that few minutes to ask some questions, figure things out, find out exactly what the school board was requesting of us, and then give you guys, a solid legal answer after doing some research and having some information, not just flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, guys. Good luck, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.